And hello again, YouTube. It is Sunday evening, September 11th, 2022, 6:32 p.m. Yeah, I'm pushing it, getting to Amazon on time tonight, but not too terrible bad. I should be able to get there on time. Decided against going to Sunday afternoon karaoke over at the Oz for two reasons, actually three reasons. Number one, I'm still kind of getting over a cold or whatever. By the way, I'm feeling way better than I was when I was shooting video earlier. Let's see, I shot a video in the wee hours of the morning when I walked over to QT to get food, and I felt like shit then. But even earlier when I went to Del Taco, I was feeling better then, but I feel better now than I did then, which isn't to say that I feel 100%, but I'm reasonably sure that I'm going to be working Northside Dock outbound, unloading totes today. If I end up having to work anything else, I'll be absolutely shocked. But I'm pretty sure. After the conversation I had at the end of my shift, Wednesday night, Thursday, actually early Thursday morning, the conversation I had with Alex, who's my direct boss over in that department. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's where I'm going to be today. She seems really happy to have me back able to do that as a forklift driver, and I'm equally happy. That's, of all the things that I do down at GUIR3, that's by far my favorite thing to do. So looking forward to doing that, and it's also something that, even though I'm feeling a little under the weather, I'm comfortable to do, since it's not nearly as, since it's not particularly physically draining on me, like stacking pallets or pulling a forklift or not forklift, I mean, sorry, pulling a pallet jack or even loading boxes is. So yeah, really looking forward to that. The other reasons I didn't go, karaoke at the Oz, beyond the obvious wasn't feeling so hot. As I mentioned, when I was coming back from Del Taco, Priscilla came over, and I was bringing food for both of us. So I'm not 100% sure where we stand as a couple, but I feel like we're in a better place than we were in, say, pretty much, June, July, August, even April or May. I mean, if she's coming over, it's, bedroom phone is generally on the agenda, and that's a whole lot better than her being in my bedroom denying me. So, yeah. She did just use my washing machine without asking me to use it. That's a little frustrating, but whatever. Not a big deal, but still a little frustrating. Yeah, when I mentioned to her Sunday afternoon karaoke at the Oz, she asked if I would bring her there, and I was like, and reminded her that my car was potentially having an overheating problem, so I really didn't want to do any extra driving. That, and for me, like, half the point of going there for Sunday afternoon karaoke is that, even though it's not directly on my way to going to work at Amazon, it's a fairly straight shot on the freeway there, and it's a really short, quick shot on the freeway from Osbar over to Amazon. And yeah, that's a nice short drive. It would be a lot of extra driving to drive her back and drop her off, and I can't imagine Priscilla actually being willing to use public transit to go, well, anywhere. Yep, I can't see her doing it. You know, and the whole thing is, I would totally be down to drive her there for Sunday afternoon karaoke if I was dropping her off at, if when I'm heading off to work, she wasn't expecting me to backtrack and drag her back to this side of town. If instead she was, just content with me dropping her off there at the light rail station there in Christown in Montebello, and she was willing to, take public transit back. From what I get from her, she's just views herself as being too good to use public transit, or as she puts it, it's too difficult for her to use. But I don't know. In my mind, that's kind of the same thing. Is it difficult to use? Yeah, it can be, but yeah, she's the one that's saying that she's concerned about how her vehicle isn't running very well and doesn't want to drive that far in it. And, it's not like she has to. There is a train, there is a light rail, and there is buses that do provide service from Osbar back to my place. They're definitely running by the time that karaoke show ends, which I think it ends at like 7 p.m. I know I leave before it ends, but not much before it ends. Anyway, last video I was talking about the Del Taco app. I kind of wanted to go into more details on like what I was frustrated with it on, and now like a lot of that's kind of escaping me. Just overall, I felt it super awkward to use. I mean, obviously, first time of creating an app, you've got to create a password, and then there's always, there's a password I want to use that I end up not being able to use because everybody's got their their specifics of what they require on a password. What I wanted to use was something kind of long that would have been all lowercase letters, but I guess what I wanted to use was like 6 or 7 characters long. But they required that I have one number and one uppercase letter and at least one lowercase letter. So, yeah. I hate when I'm putting in passwords. I mean, I struggle enough with using touchscreens as it is, as bad as my eyesight is, and as big as my fingertips are compared to the areas that you touch to type on a touchscreen smartphone. But add in having to do an uppercase letter somewhere and then having to toggle shift and shit like that, especially on apps where when I'm putting in my password, it just puts asterisks and I can't see what I'm actually typing. The struggle for me with that shit is real. It really is. So yeah, that was a challenge. That was an annoyance. Not at all unique to the Del Taco app. I tend to have struggle with just about every app, especially when I'm using it for the first time. Excuse me, I'm still feeling a little under the weather. My next issue with it was when I went to it. The first thing it brought me to was a menu of special offers. Well, mind you, I had an ad, a direct mail ad, that showed that if you sign up for the app, you get 2 free Del Tacos, which is their larger regular taco. And then it also showed that there was a special to get 2 of their epic tortas for $10 on the app. Nowhere on that ad does it say that you can't do both. So I'm assuming just by activating a new account, I'm going to get free tacos. That's an offer that's been standing for a while. And that if I'm using the app, there is a coupon available to get 2 tortas for $10. opened up it immediately opened up to the page showing the offers. So first thing I saw was the one for the 2 free tacos. So I clicked that. I asked if I want to take advantage of that. So I said yes and clicked that. And I'm scrolling through it and I saw 2 other offers, but I'm not seeing the one for the tortas. So, which is what I was wanting. I want to try. By the way, the new Del Taco Epic Tortas, it's debatable as to whether or not they're worth $7 or $7.50 or whatever their charge is for them if you don't have a coupon. But at $5, they seem like a good deal. I did really like the one I got. I got the carne asada and queso, and that was quite delicious. Priscilla said she found the bread to be a little sweet for her, but I liked it. I absolutely loved it, actually. Quite looking forward to getting another one sometime soon. Anyway, so the next thing that I'm looking for that special and I'm not seeing it, and then I notice after I scroll past the 3 coupons that were available, one of which was the one at the top for the two free Del Tacos for creating an account. There's a small text that says show more offers. When I clicked that, then it showed the one for the 2 tortas. So yeah, I don't know why I would have had to click something additional. Like, if that was the only additional offer it showed, like if I'm where the offers are, why not just program the app to show all the offers when I scroll down? Like, why would I have to click some small, difficult to see text to show more offers when you could just show all the offers? I don't know. I always wonder. I'd like to have a discussion with people that actually program these apps. Like, do they actually use it? I don't, things like this in apps just drive me nuts. Which is why I don't use them very often. So anyway, at this point I've added both of these apps, these specials in, and it's kind of reminding me of the McDonald's app, which I used to use quite frequently. Now I hardly use it anymore because I just really don't eat at McDonald's anymore. The quality of their food and the caliber of their service has just become so bad that at this point I just simply rather not. So, in fact, about the only thing that still kind of keeps me coming into McDonald's is that I do really, really like their sweet tea. Although lately more and more places have been offering sweet tea. There was a point where about the only place I could get some decent sweet tea was McDonald's, but now there's a lot more tea options at Circle K and also at 7-Eleven. And Waffle House also has really good sweet tea, so there's that. Anyway, the way the McDonald's app works is when you open it, like one of the first places you can go to is their special deals. And if you click on the special deals in the exact same way that I clicked on the 2 special deals in the Del Taco app, it automatically puts those items into your cart at the discounted price. Which is what I expected this did. It felt like that's what it was doing. Well, at that point, it's asking me to select my local restaurant, and I did set it to enable GPS while I was. One of the options was enable GPS while using the app, and I enabled that as opposed to enabling it all the time. Yeah, no, you don't get to know where I'm going 24/7, Del Taco. You don't need to know that. When I open the app, you can see where I'm at, so you can show me where the nearest restaurant is in case I'm in a neighborhood that I don't know as well, like in SoCal or something. But yeah. Anyway, so I enabled it like that, and it did automatically, show me the one right down the street at 44th and McDowell, and I clicked on that. And at that point, I felt like I was stuck in this endless loop of trying to select my restaurant. And the funniest thing is, at one point, it opens up this thing where it looks like a pin on a map with the address of the Del Taco, that's near me, but the map was like absolutely nothing. Like, it's just apparently just some generic image of a map, but of course it looks nothing like 44th Street in McDowell. So at first I was like, wait a minute, no, that's not the right Del Taco, because that is not a local map. And then I realized, this is just a generic image they're probably using for everybody here. Yeah, kind of a bad stylistic choice. whoever designed the app. I mean, come on. Like, if you're going to show a map, it's not that hard to pull up a map of the actual location. Like, that's built into every mobile OS. Like, why didn't you integrate that into your app instead of showing a map that makes people think that they've selected the wrong restaurant, because that's not a map of the area where the restaurant is. So after that, I forget exactly how it was, but I felt like I was stuck in an endless loop where I kept selecting the same one, and then I somehow I changed it to a Del Taco location in Tempe. I'm not even sure how I did that. But anyway, when I would select the app, and it would, and it would give me a list of all the restaurants that were near me, I select one at 44th and McDowell, and then there'd be a big button at the bottom that says, click here to start my order. And mind you, at this point, I'm already assuming that I put the 2 Del Tacos and the 2 tortas in because I selected those as coupons. But it's not letting me select that. So I'm trying to figure out, well, what the hell do I need to do? And underneath where you select your restaurant, there was also something else, but it was in small text. Mind you, the button that says start my order is big, but it's grayed out. It won't let me tap on that. Like, if you're not going to let me tap on it, why even show the button? What's the point in that? Come on, app developers, what the fuck are you thinking? But yeah, there was a small thing like setting a setting, and then I looked at that, and it says select your mode. Like, what does select your mode mean? Well, I end up clicking on that because I can't see what else to click on. If I keep clicking on my restaurant, it just keeps me back to where I selected the restaurant, but I already selected the restaurant, and it's already showing, 44th Street in McDowell. So obviously there's no point in me selecting that again. It won't let me select the other thing, so let's see what this mode thing is. Well, then when you select mode, it gives, and I think mode is a dumb word to use, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not the word it used, but whatever word it used was obtuse and misleading. Anyway, when you get there, that's where you select whether your order is going to be for delivery, pickup, drive-through, or eat in. Okay, that's fair. That's something you should need to do, but why would you put that there before you can even make your order? Like, why wouldn't that be the last thing that you do on checking out? Like, why would you put that there, and why would you title it in such an obtuse way and then gray out the button that says continue my order, make that button not work? So that was awkward. And once I got past that, I forget what I clicked after that, but I ended up on a screen where it's like, hey, don't forget the sauce. And I'm like, and at this point, I'm like, okay, 2 Del Tacos and 2 tortas. Actually, you know what? No, I know what I went to next. At that point, I asked Priscilla if she wanted a drink, and she's like, so we're talking about drinks, and I ordered the drink, and that's when I'm in shock. It's like, holy shit, it's $1.59 for the 99-cent lemonade? Damn. So I go to that, I put that in the cart, and at this point, like, there's a thing in the upper right-hand corner that looks like a shopping cart. Like in most online, purchasing apps, ordering apps, you'll see a thing that'll have a little red number, a little red circle with a number in it that tells you like how many items are in your cart, and it looks like a little shopping cart. So I click on that, and I just figure I would go there and look at what my order is, verify my order is correct, and then click check out. Well, when I get to there, it asks me how many sauce packets I want. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm thinking I'm picking it up to go. I just ask for it when I get there, but that's fine. Yeah, by all means, prepare it in the bag. That way I can get it quicker. Thank you. Makes sense. Seems like an extra unnecessary step, but makes sense. So I select, I think four Del Scorcho. Seems like a good fair number. And generally a Del Taco, I use two Del Scorcho packets on it. Sure, 4 packets of Del Scorcho, good to go. I'm assuming the torta's probably already got sauce on it. If not, I got another hot sauce at home, whatever. So, from there, there was a button to check out, and I go to check out, and I get a pop-up message giving me an error saying that I can't check out because I don't have the items, because items for my coupons are not in my cart. And I'm like, wait, what? Items for coupon not in cart? Well, then what the fuck is in my cart? So again, the thing is still in the upper right hand corner, what looks like my cart. So I click on the cart and it takes me back to the place to put in the sauce, but it no longer has the 4 packets of Del Scorcho that I selected anymore. Now under Del Scorcho and under all the sauces, it has zeros. So I'm like, well, somehow this just cleared out my sauce. So I forget how the hell I got to my shopping cart for there, but whatever it was I did was really tedious and awkward, and it wasn't as simple as just simply clicking my cart. Clicking my cart reset my sauce. In fact, I think what I had to do to get to my cart was go back to the menu, and at that point I'm thinking, okay, it's saying my items are not on the thing, so let me just select, torta, select the ultimate torta, the torta that I want, and select 2, and hit enter and see if that gives me 2 or if it gives me 4. Let's see if that gets me to my cart. So anyway, when I get to the queso torta, the carne asada and queso torta, and I click it, there's the plus and the minus button to change the amount, but it won't let me raise the amount. It's stuck on 1, and I keep hitting the plus, but it won't raise the value to 2, which is the exact same interface I used to select 4 packets of Del Scorcho sauce. So it's like, well, that's great. This is obvious what I should be clicking, but it's fucking broke. So I go ahead and order the 1. That takes me to my cart. And at this point, there's only 1 torta in my cart, and I'm thinking, well, why didn't it put 2 tortas in my cart when I selected the coupon? Mind you, in my cart it doesn't show my coupons, which is also a little confusing. Because usually, like, when you're using coupons and you go to your cart, like, you'll see your item selected, you'd also see your coupons, or you'll see it as if you selected a coupon, it'll show the coupon price and the item all as like one line item with what the discounted price is. But no, it's showing the full price torta for like $7.50, and I've noticed the 2 Del Tacos aren't in there either. So I go through, I add another single torta. Again, trying to see if I can get a quantity of 2, and I'm worried that the coupon is specifically for 2 tortas, so if I have 2 single quantities of 1 as opposed to a quantity of 2, I'm worried the coupon might not work, because that's sometimes apps differentiate on shit like that. So at that point I go in, I put in my 2 Del Tacos. Now I had no problem going a quantity of 2 on the Del Tacos. Go figure. Works on that. And then I go to checkout. At this point everything looks great in my cart, other than instead of showing a quantity of 2 tortas, I have 2 individual 1 quantities of the tortas. And I go to checkout, and I get to the point where it shows my coupons, but it only shows the torta coupon. It doesn't show the 2 free Del Taco coupons. So I click on that, and there it shows the 2 on the list, but only 1 has a dot filled in next to it. So I'm like, well, I wonder why I cleared out the other one. So I click it, and then I click back to my thing. Well, now it shows the coupon for the Del Tacos, but it doesn't show the coupon for the tortas. I'm like, what the hell? And I go back, and the whack thing is when you select it on that other screen, it looks like it's selecting both, but it only keeps the last one that you hit. It will not let you use both, which I've seen some apps that will only let you use 1 coupon at a time, and I don't have a problem with that, as long as that's what's stated in the ad. But the direct mail ad I had didn't say anything about that limitation. So kind of whacked, kind of unhappy about that. At that point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck the Del Tacos. I'm not paying full price for the Del Tacos. I never buy the Del Tacos. It's cheaper to get 2 values. You get more food for the money if you get 2 value tacos versus buying 1 Del Taco. So why would I buy a Del Taco? I'd rather buy 2 value tacos, get more food, less money. And if I'm not getting the 2 free Del Tacos, I'd rather get the fucking bean and cheese burritos anyway. More food, less money. I like them better. So I end up going in, clearing out the 2 Del Tacos, adding 2 value burritos, and then I told Priscilla, she was seeing me having all these issues with it, and I'm like, well, did you still want a taco? She's like, no, I'm cool with the torta and the lemonade. I'm like, all right. So I put in my order, and then the next thing it's like, well, open the app and click when you're near, and we'll start preparing your food. And I'm thinking, I'm already near. I live less than a 3-minute drive away. So I go ahead and click that right away. I go to the restaurant. You saw the video. I'm assuming you saw the video. If not, I'll try to put it in the description. Drive there. But then when I get there and I walk in the place, I open the app and it's right back to the start screen as if I've never ordered anything. And I'm just bewildered. And they're looking at me and I'm looking at them and they're looking at me and I'm like, you know, I think I said, I'm really confused right now. I have an online order, but I don't know how to get to it in the app. I can't find it now. And fortunately, I was the only online order they had. They're like, for Daniel? I said, yeah. And they're like, oh, here it is. And they're all friendly and handed it to me. And at this point, I'm like wanting to explain my difficulties with the app, but I can clearly see that these ladies know nothing about the app and no point in bothering them with it. So I just grabbed my order and went. Anyway, that was my Del Taco experience. Yikes. It is 6:57. I got to get my ass in the building. Thanks for coming with me on the drive.